But yeah, what a good midway point. Now, this is a really cool level. Hydrocity, however you want to pronounce it. And what they've done with this, guys, is I say now Act 1 tends to be a sort of remix of the original, and then Act 2 adds its own gimmicks. Well, in Hydrocity, they've sort of reversed it. So Act 1 is sort of original stuff, and you can sort of see they've got the labyrinth zone elements in. Shit. Okay, hopefully I can get a bubble down there. Oh. Where's that first death, guys? But yeah, you've sort of got the labyrinth zone elements to it, more of a maze structure as well. Yeah, I got a little caught out there, folks, unfortunately. What I was intended to do was I couldn't quite get the timing right to get up there. I'll see whether I can make my way back to... Yeah, I think this is where we were, isn't it? So what I probably should have done is... there we go. Oh, it's so close to the end as well. There you go, on a little boat. So yeah, they and yeah, you can sort of influence the water levels as well. It's really neat. Oops, let's try not to get death number 2. Anyway, moving on up. So I think this bubble mechanic was it Sonic Triple Trouble? Which again also has a 16-bit release. Maybe that could be another playthrough that I do after Sonic CD. I wouldn't mind actually ticking Sonic CD off after this at some point. And then perhaps, yeah, we could try Sonic Triple Trouble. Maybe even some of the Sonic fan games, like before the sequel, after the sequel. Sonic and the Fallen Star I've really enjoyed. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's carry on. But yeah, folks, I do want to try and keep the keep fairly consistent with you know, uploading to YouTube. We'll see how long it lasts. I know, like, if it comes to when I get to doing like Final Fantasy IV remake, which I did moot as a possibility, there might be a small gap between uploads, but maybe that's when I can sort of fit it in with some smaller stuff, right? Such as this, such as like a Sonic game, or you know, maybe a Crash game that I'm pretty familiar with. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I've been playing Cassette Beast recently as well. Really enjoying that. It's like a Pokemon inspired game, but you know, it has some cool features that certainly do separate it from being like a pure Pokemon clone. And probably doing it a disservice just to keep... I mean, Pokemon's the obvious comparison because it's a monster collecting game, but yeah, it's really, really cool what they've managed to do with it. And here we see our buddy Robotnik to the right. Don't mean to lose out on him. Yeah, he's having a nice swim with that, so we'll see what he's up to. And much I was saying, like Act 2, Act 1's like a remix of Act 2 from, or how they sort of reverse the Act 1, Act 2 gimmicks in Hydrocity. Hydrocity. They also reverse the bosses, And you'll sort of see what I mean in a sec, folks. And again, when we come to the Act 2 boss, sorry Tails. But yeah, this is like a little reimagining of the Hydrocity boss from Sonic 3 Knuckles, with a little difference in that we're controlling it now. So yeah, essentially you just bring up a torpedo thing, whirlpool, drag Robotnik up. Obviously try to avoid getting hit by the bombs. You can release your own little Daisy. Did a bad job there. You can release your own little mines to destroy the bombs. But yeah, essentially you want to get the timing down so that Robotnik gets carried up first, and that you don't lift one of the bombs up. So again, really cool gimmick. And yeah, what very imaginative, very creative. I'm a big fan of that boss. But on we go into Act 2. Let's see what we've got in store. I did actually need to jump along there. There we go. Moving on up. Get another cracking tune. Another great I feel like most of this playthrough is just me saying, oh, the art's good, the level design's good, the music's good, but it's because the game is good, man. I'd say even if you aren't like a big Sonic fan, if you can find this game cheap, yeah, definitely give it a try. It's not too difficult. You're not going to get like a Metropolis Zone sprung on you. Of course, it's not a walk in the park as well if you're not familiar with Sonic games. You know, there will be times when you do get into a bit of difficulty, but you know, it's the right balance of difficulty, I'd say. Even more so as well, like they've balanced a few of the bosses out since since the original release. And yeah, for somebody who is a big fan of the classic Sonic games, whose sort of first experience with video games was through Sonic and the Sega Mega Drive back in the day, it's yeah, this game was a dream come true, really. And hopefully in the future they produce some more titles in this sort of style. We'll see. But yeah, I'd really dig that. Anyway, moving on through the level, we've got another special stage ring here. Yeah, some of these, if you're familiar with the levels in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you might know where a couple of secrets are just by, you know, putting your prior knowledge to the test, right? One thing I'm doing a really bad job at not getting hit recently. I guess I've not really explained Encore mode too much, and that's essentially it sort of changes the level designs a bit, changes the level aesthetic a tiny bit. It's not like a massive change. There are a couple of differences in certainly say Act 1 of the level that we'll be encountering after this, in fact. I won't spoil that, but yeah, there are a few distinctions in the levels, and some bigger than others. And it's got this gimmick where you sort of control two characters at the same time. And yeah, you've sort of got, you can sort of unlock characters as you go. They don't have a live system. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it, but essentially you can sort of have a party of 5 characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Mighty, and Ray. And then you can have 2 characters on screen at once, and you can sort of combine, like, if you've got Mighty and Tails, you can, you know, use Tails to fly you about, have Mighty's abilities to sort of smash through rocks and jump on spikes. Yeah, it's pretty groovy. As I say, perhaps even if I don't do a full playthrough of it, perhaps I can show it off. And yeah, this is what I mean by the Act 1 boss as well, being in Act 2. So not only have we got like a reversal in sort of the way the levels work in Hydrocity, but you've also got a reversal of the bosses from Sonic and Knuckles, which is pretty neat. Here we go. Awesome. Now, I'm not flying on top of this capsule because I did encounter a glitch once where I did it, and then the transition to the next zone took place, and then Sonic and Tails just sort of very slowly walked over to the next level.